Hello. Hello, hello. Whoa! Whoa, it's so powerful. Oh my god. Little mort there. Mort for anyone. Okay. So, what's going on today? I realized something. I'm jumping right into this here. Jumping right in as if it were already going. I realized something today. And that is, this bike is not inspected. And by inspected, maybe some of you know about inspections, maybe you don't. But the point here is, this bike is not inspected. Basically, to be legal on the streets of my state, of this state, you have to have your vehicle inspected, and they didn't used to do motorcycles, but now they do. So, and this isn't actually the whole time I've lived in this state, it required inspection for motorcycles. I've just never had it done. And I didn't think the cops would ever pull you over, but apparently they do. A friend of mine said he's been pulled over a couple of times and got tickets a couple of times, and they're pretty serious about writing tickets and ticketing people for not being inspected, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Why do my brakes feel all... Anyway, like I was saying, it's kind of ridiculous that you have to get a motorcycle inspected. I mean, yeah, there are some... It makes sense to me. You don't want bikes on the road that are leaking oil everywhere and are going to break down and be hazards on the road and stuff, but how often does that really happen? I mean, you find a guy who runs out of gas pretty often. I see motorcycles on the side of the road occasionally, but I don't know. So for cars, it makes sense. They leak a lot of oil and whatnot. I guess environmentally, it makes sense. What the fuck are you going so slow for? Alright, so it makes sense in every way, but it just annoys the shit out of me. If your bike is newer than a certain year, maybe they could rule it out. I don't know how that would save this environmental issue. If you got something wrong with it, something's wrong with it. But, you know, you go out into the country in small towns and they don't have to. And in fact, my experience living in small towns out in the middle of nowhere, they're probably the places that should, because you get people who've had like 75-year-old trucks and they just like have several cars in the back of their property that they put together into one working vehicle that is not very safe, and they call them a farm truck, and they just don't have to... They don't register it, they don't do anything, they just drive it out on the dirt roads in the country, on their property, whatever, and do farm work with it. So, it doesn't make sense to me that you can go out there and they're like, oh yeah, no, fuck the environment up, we don't give a shit about it. But then when you're in the city, they're like, no. Here, where there's maintenance and cops to pull you over and, I don't know, nothing else to lose in a dirty, shitty city such as this one, maybe it just doesn't make sense to me, but I'm annoyed that I have to do it because, of course, the garages aren't really open on the weekends. And I know this because I just called them. And they were open this morning. Today's Saturday. They were open in the morning, and I called them, and she said, oh, they closed about an hour ago. So, oh, fuck you too. Thanks for not being open all day and making my life easy. So that's that story. Basically, I have to go get my bike inspected, and I just realized that, and I've been driving pretty much illegally for 2 years. So, inspection is my next ride will be to get an inspection. Other than, of course, this one and today, which I was going to go do that today, but apparently not. Apparently I got to wake up in the morning and do everything early, which is fine. Let's see, I'm going straight here. That sucks. Because I don't want to follow this slowest dude. But that's a cool bike. You don't gotta wave at me. That's the law. I wait for you. Oh, missed that shift. I'm missing a lot of shifts lately. I think I need to work on this. Figure out what the fuck is wrong with my shifting. Oh, California. Pretty far away. That's a long drive. About as long as you can get if you're still in the continental US. So I was going to bring something to the post office, and I didn't have my backpack. So I had to drive all the way down here to get my backpack, drive all the way back, pick up the package, and then drive all the way back and drop it off. That's a real pain in the ass. And of course, as you can see, I'm all squiddy. Squiddy for this little trip. Like that guy. He's a major squid, no helmet. Was he even wearing shorts? No, he's wearing jeans at least. In the summertime, I mean, you gotta squid, let's be honest. I'm not gonna be buying another jacket just for these short little city rides, going 2 miles, low speed. Granted, anything can happen anytime. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not claiming that's not true. But come on. I'm not gonna sweat my ass off for a 2-minute ride to the post office, right? I'll just go t-shirt and look like a squid, and everyone will be like, oh, look at that douchebag wearing a t-shirt. Well, I'm not on the fucking highway. I'm on the city streets. If you saw a dude on a scooter doing 30 miles an hour, you'd probably say, oh, well, that guy's on a scooter, so that's not... It is the fucking same. I'm still going slow. Just because it's a bigger bike doesn't mean... Alright, I'm off topic. Point is, if I'm cruising slow enough, I see no problem with squidding. I disagree with everyone. I didn't for any second say that anything can happen anytime, because it can. Oh, nothing's gonna happen, I'm just going down the road. No, that's bullshit. I could crash at any time. But if I'm not on the highway, I'm less concerned that my skin's gonna get torn off. Though it could. It's all assessment, right? I assess the situation. It's risk assessment. Well, it's probability. The odds of me falling, you know, right now doing 30 miles an hour and sliding all the way down this road are pretty low. Could it happen? Yeah. Is it gonna happen? Probability. Let's talk statistics for a minute. No, I'm fucking with you. Let's not talk statistics. But seriously, it ain't gonna happen. Unlikely. Very low probability. Could happen. Not too worried about it. I got jeans on. I got gloves on. I got a helmet on. The odds of me smacking my head, pretty damn high in the event of a crash. The odds of me sliding and tearing all my skin off, extant, but a lot lower. I ride my bicycle without a jacket at nearly this speed. So what's the difference on a motorcycle? If anything, I'm probably safer on a motorcycle. In my opinion. Not going straight here. What a nice guy, waving at a sport bike. I fucking hate the streets in this city. They fucking suck. Fix them. No, don't fix them, because every time they fucking fix something in this city, they make it worse. They don't actually fix it, they make it worse. Like this. They just redid that. Yeah, that got a lot better. And this, when they did that, it didn't get any better. It got worse. And all that. Maybe they fucking fix something instead of just put a band-aid on it. And when they try to do that, they fuck it up and do a shitty job. So what is the goddamn point? If you're gonna do something, do it right. That's how I do it. Apparently that's not what they teach out here. If you're gonna do something, do it half-assed, as cheap as possible, and save your money for something else. Like your politicians' pockets. They need lining with $100 bills. But the people don't need city streets, which is where my goddamn tax dollars go. I'm gonna talk about that. That was a big, long, just word vomit right there. But it got me on a topic, which I'm gonna talk about soon. Yeah. Ow. Soon.